Hey friends, I'm Amy Patee. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. I just got done recording a new practice for you and I'm feeling pretty good, so I think you're gonna like it. And what do I want to tell you about this practice? This is a well-rounded practice. You get a little bit of everything. It's a kind of a flowing style practice. You get to work on setting an intention for yourself, for your life, that you can weave through the practice. And yeah, and like all of my practices, it's really just about coming home to yourself, your body, this moment, and feeling into your own awakeness, aliveness, and awareness. So you're just gonna have to do the practice so you can feel into it yourself, and then let me know what you think in the comments, and enjoy. So I'll see you on the flip side. All right, we're gonna start in the seated position. So just go ahead and sit however you feel most comfortable. And let your eyes come to close if you'd like. And in these first couple moments, just starting to bring your awareness back home to your breath, to your body, bringing your awareness back home to this moment. And sometimes it's nice to use a little bit of touch. Maybe one hand comes to rest over your chest, or one hand over your belly. Letting that sense of touch call more of you back home to this beautiful vessel of yours. And just noticing as you inhale and exhale, feeling that breath circulating through your body, noticing how you're doing today. Noticing how your heart feels today. Noticing what your energy is like today. Arriving more and more fully with each breath. And declaring an intention for yourself. So as we move and breathe through this practice, what would you like to cultivate? And just allow that to be known to your body, to your heart, your soul, your spirit. Just by speaking it silently to yourself, or even out loud if that resonates with you. And then let's just take a nice full breath. Breathe in and out. And if your hands are resting here on your body, you can just let your hands release. And let's actually take the arms out to the side, right alongside your hips here. And on your next breath in, just go ahead and let your arms reach up. Maybe gazing up, you could even try touching the palms here at the top. And then as you exhale, releasing, press the palms away and just allow your fingertips to come all the way back down to the floor. And let's do that a couple more times. Breathing in, letting your arms stretch out and up. Breathing out, push the palms away. Starting to clear your energetic space, your auric field with this movement. Take one more inhale, let your arms reach out and overhead, lifting the heart a little, lifting the gaze, touching the palms if possible. And then breathing out this time, bring your hands down through center. Let's interlace the fingers. Push your palms forward. Draw your chin to your chest and just round out your back. And then on your next inhalation, lift those arms. Again, just pulling up, pulling back a little bit, maybe opening the chest, the heart towards the sky, gazing up. And then let your hands release and let's twist to the right. So just taking the right fingertips right behind you. Left hand can come towards that right knee if it reaches. And then just spin around, look back over your shoulder. Take a breath in, sit up nice and tall. Twist a little deeper as you exhale. And then breathing in, circle back through center and let your arms reach up. And exhale, twisting to the left, circle around. Just letting these opening stretches feel really good. Lift up tall, breathe in. Twist a little deeper if you can, exhale. Good, and then inhale, come all the way back up. And bringing those hands down through center, breathing out. Good, and then just let your hands release and shift yourself over onto your hands and knees, coming into a child's pose. All right, so as you make your way over onto your child's pose, just let yourself rest into it for a few breaths here. And again, just noticing your breath and really just letting your breath kind of do what it needs to do in these first few moments of landing in the pose. But we observe how the breath is flowing. And that in and of itself helps the breath begin to unwind patterns of stress just by observing how it's naturally flowing in the moment. I'm just taking 2 or 3 more breaths here. Just really continuing to call all parts of you back to your mat to be integrated today. Good. Breathing out completely. And then on your next breath in, go ahead and rise up, coming onto your hands and knees into tabletop position. Spread wide through your fingers. And let's start with some easy cat-cows, just waking up the spine. So arching your back as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, round your spine, chin to your chest. Let's just do a couple more of those, inhaling just nice and slowly, waking up the back. See how much of your body can come online here, how much of you can feel in this moment. And breathing out, rounding. One more time, take a breath in, extend, feeling all parts of your spine here. And then breathing out, rounding. Good, inhale, come back through center. Nice long spine, tuck your toes, stretch back into your first down dog. And begin to move your dog around a little bit. Let your hips sway from side to side. Bending
one knee as you press the opposite heel towards your mat, switching sides. Feel the toes and the fingers enlivened. You want to be a little bit like a cat right now. Good, and then from your downward facing dog pose, let's breathe out. And as you inhale, I'm going to have you begin to roll forward into plank. So you're slowly shifting forward, rounding your back, and then when you get your shoulders over your wrist, flatten everything out. Good, and then as you exhale, go ahead and lift your tailbone and kind of arch your back as you pull into your down dog again. Okay, let's just try that twice more. So lift up your heels, look at your belly button, and start to round your spine forward. And then flatten out into plank. Squeeze all your muscles. And then pull the tailbone up, like you're lifting the whole body up and back from your tailbone. Settle back into your down dog. Heels pressing towards the floor. Do that one more time. Inhale, lift your heels, gaze toward your navel, rounding out your back. Coming into plank, and then tailbone scoops up, arch your spine a little bit. Remember that cat-like energy as you pull back into your down dog. Good, take a full breath here, breathe in. Exhaling. And then go ahead and walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen out your spine. And exhale, let your body fold. And just let the spine hang heavy here for a moment. And notice your feet. And bring the inner feet and the outer feet in contact fully with your mat. Nice full breath in. Let go, breathe out. And then with knees soft, just start to roll your way up through your spine. And when you get yourself all the way to the top, just take a little shrug of your shoulders up, back, and down. Noticing how things settle here as you come upright. And remembering that intention of yours, like it's lighting up in every cell of your body. It's a new wish, a new program for you. Let's turn the palms outward. Breathe in, lift your arms up and overhead. And at the top here, we're going to pull back a little bit. So inviting a gentle back bend. Your hips can press forward, weight coming towards the balls of your feet. Melt your shoulders towards the floor behind you. And if it feels okay to gaze up, gaze up. I can easily talk here, so you should be able to easily breathe. And then breathing out, just softly folding, diving over those thighs and curling in, forehead towards your shin bones. Inhale, lengthen. Good, let's exhale, step the left foot back and tap that left knee down. And just lean into your hips here for a moment so you can kind of see how those hips are feeling today. Just an easy stretch. And then let's lift up this left knee and then just shift your hips back. A little stretch, deeper stretch for the hamstrings. And drop your forehead down as far as you can. If your knees need to stay bent, that's totally fine. Just breathe in here. And then as you exhale, bend back into your front knee. Plant the palms, step back into your down dog. Good, and let's find that roll forward again. So draw your chin to your chest, looking towards your belly button. Lift your heels up high and then push forward from your tailbone. Roll forward. Flatten out nice and strong in your plank, and then drop your knees, just tap them down, squeeze your navel up and in and press your shoulders down your back. Take your gaze slightly out in front of your mat. Shift your chest forward towards the front of your mat and begin to bend your elbows. Maybe like 1 inch or 2 inches, and reset your shoulders. Lengthen out the neck, pull the belly in, and then keep going. Come all the way down, all the way to your belly. Let your forehead touch down here for a moment. And then on your inhale, curl up into cobra. Good. And then let's reach the arms forward. Gotta scooch myself back a little bit. Reach your arms forward and lift your legs. Inhale. As you exhale,
pull your elbows back, cactusing those arms. Breathe in, reach back out nice and long, and just try to lift everything up. We're just activating the back body. And then as you exhale, release your forehead back down and snug your hands in really close to your lower ribs. And then breathing in, curl up through upward facing dog. And just pause here. Now, if this feels okay on your back, just maybe do like a little peek over your shoulders. Kind of sway the spine. Kind of trying to get unsticky here. Tuck those toes, pull all the way back, downward facing dog. So a little bit of fluid movement in these postures can be really nice for the body, nice for the joints. Good, let's take one more breath here, inhaling in your down dog. And then as you exhale, just walk, step, or you can hop your feet to the front of your mat. Take a breath in, lengthen, and exhale, fold. And then rising up, breathing in. This time just let your arms sweep out to the side, pull all the way up. And again, when you get to the top here, pull back, arch back a little bit. Let your hips again shift forward. A little bit of surrender through those shoulder blades. And then we dive forward, fold. Breathe in, lengthen. And exhale, stepping right leg back. And again, just tapping that right knee down. And hanging out here. Saying hello to your hips. This is our sacred dance today on our mat, right? Honoring each part of the body, awakening each part of the body so that it can contain our bigness, our beautifulness, so that the body can hold our energy fully. Let's tuck those right toes, lift the hips, pull back, and just let your body melt a little bit. See how those hamstrings are doing today. See if you can keep your left big toe, the base of the big toe grounding. And if you look back at your right heel, draw it straight back and then press it down. Take a deep breath into the back of your body. Breathe out. And then bend back into your front knee, plant your palms, and step into your down dog. Good. And then from down dog, we'll roll forward again. So lift your heels, round your spine, pushing forward from those hips. Coming into your plank, finding strength. Tap your knees down or keep your knees lifted this time. But same thing, work those shoulders down your back, pull the navel in, squeeze your thighs strong if the legs are straight. Shift the whole body a little bit forward, hug the elbows in, come all the way down to your belly. You can tap down with your forehead for a moment. And then inhale, lifting up through cobra, stretching your arms forward, lift your legs. Bend your elbows, cactus the arms back, really squeeze even more through those back muscles. And then reach back out with your arms, inhale. Exhale, touch down with your forehead, palms snug in by those lower ribs. And then begin to curl up. So you could pause in cobra or come all the way into your up dog. Lifting those knees. Again, maybe there's a little bit of movement here. And then we'll meet in down dog, breathing out. So whenever you need to take a break, child's pose, right? It's there for you. So you can rest as needed. Feel your feet, let your heels reach back and down. Maybe some of you will even have your heels lightly touching the floor. Little micro bend in the knees, little micro bend in the elbows, spread wide through the palms. Let your head hang and lift your tailbone just a little bit more. Deep breath in. Exhale, walk, step, or hop to the front of your mat. Lengthen out your spine, inhale. And exhale, fold. Good, lift your chest. Reach out with those arms, rise all the way up. Nice big stretch. And then this time exhale, just letting those arms come down alongside your body. And again, just pause for a moment in your mountain pose. Good, and then on your next breath in, bend your knees. Sit back into your chair pose, let your arms reach up. Nice big stretch here. Bring your hands to your heart, and we're gonna work for a little twist here. So you can take your right elbow and see if you can reach it around to the outside of your left thigh. Bring your palms to press. Push that left palm into the right palm. Squeeze your knees together. See if you can keep weight reaching back into your heels. Stay with it. Maybe sink your hips down a little bit more and lengthen out your neck. Wring out the sticky spots along your back, your spine. And then inhale, let's come back through center. And then side two, so bringing your hands to your hearts as you sit back. And again, you might have your legs close together for this version. And then wrap that left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Sit back, and if you can, gaze up past your right shoulder. And just breathe, receive this twist. Finding steadiness by those inner thighs hugging together. Right palm firmly pressing into the left. Taking one more deep breath. And then inhale, come back up and straighten out your legs. Lift all the way up, cactus the arms here. Open-hearted. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, fold, dive over your thighs. Curling in at the bottom. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, walk, step, or hop. This time take yourself all the way back right into plank. And moving through chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. From down dog, lift your right leg. And stretch in any way that feels good here. So you could bend your knee. You can move your joints around. Take one more breath. Good, exhale, lunge your right foot forward between your hands. Drop your back heel, rising up into warrior one. Grounding into that back heel, the outside edge of your back foot, nice deep bend into your knee. Let's bring the hands behind the back, clasp the fingers, roll the shoulders back. So you could stay up like this, or breathing out, let yourself tip forward, maybe even sliding inside that right thigh as your head drops. And just give those arms a nice little push here, like you're trying to touch your pinky fingers to the floor behind your head. Bend deeper into your front knee, stabilize through those feet, and hug your belly in towards your spine. Let's breathe and come all the way back up. Let your arms release. Good. Exhale, release the hands to the floor and step into your plank. And moving through chaturanga, upward facing, and downward facing. Pull yourself back. Take a nice full breath in and out. And then side two, so let your left leg stretch up. And just open, let this feel good. Again, you could bend your knee or just move your joints around. Find some fluidity. One more breath. Good, lunging left foot between your hands. Drop that back heel, rising up, coming into warrior one. Full breath here at the top as you find your feet, find your stability. Breathing out, let your hands come behind your back. So this is where you can kind of switch up that lacing, and it might feel a little awkward on this side. Roll your shoulders back, see if you can wiggle around a little bit. And just so you know, if you have really tight shoulders, use a belt, use a sock, use a shirt between your hands. It's gonna really free up those shoulders. So you could stay upright or tip forward.
Breathe here. Breathe in to your whole body. Ground into those feet. Squeeze the muscles of your legs. Bend a little deeper into your front knee. Straighten your elbows all the way if possible. And then ground those feet, come all the way up. Inhaling, let your arms release, stretch up. Whew, exhale, release. Step into your plank. Moving through chaturanga. Up dog. The vinyasas are always optional. And then downward facing dog, breathing out. So take a few nice, even breaths here. And again, child's pose is there for you if you'd like. One more deep inhale. See if you can stretch your tailbone back and up a little bit more. Stretch your heels towards the back of your mat a little bit more. And then bring your feet again forward to the front of your mat. Lengthen your spine and fold. Exhale. Let's stay here in our forward fold. Take your feet hip distance apart, and you could hold your calves, your ankles, or your big toes if you'd like. Let's inhale, extend, and exhale, fold. Hang out here, rock a little side to side. In this moment, again, as you're moving and breathing, right, you're also calling all parts of you back home here into this body, into this moment. Breathing in to activate your intention because you are the creator of your life. And activating love, which is really the essential energy kind of at the core of everything. And we want our bodies, our minds, our hearts to be touched by love. One of the most healing energies, right? Just this pure love. Breathe into your spine. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Inhale, lengthen, stretch. Good. Exhale, fold back forward, soften for a moment, and then easy does it, begin to rise up. So you can have your knees a little bit bent, push into those feet, and as you rise, lift those arms, reach up. And then exhaling, mountain pose, just letting your arms float down and just standing for a moment here in Tadasana. Maybe the eyes close. Feel your feet. Notice your breath. And sense your heart beating. Soften through your skin, through the outer shell of your body. Take away some of the hard edges in your posture and be at ease. All right, so we're going to take it down to the floor. Let's inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Good. Stay here. As you exhale, walk your feet out wide. Let's do a yogi squat. So your feet could come out almost mat width apart and then just bend your knees. Maybe your heels will come all the way down to the floor. Rock a little side to side here. So again, just inviting a little fluidity. Right, letting go of super hard structures and hard edges so that we can kind of settle into ourselves in a soft way, in a fluid way,
in a receptive way. Sometimes if we hold things really hard, it almost becomes like a defense. And sometimes that's what we need, and sometimes that's perfect. I'm not feeling that today. Feeling a little bit more like I gotta get the wiggles out. All right, so if your heels do come to the floor, awesome. And then you can just press your elbows into your knees here. Lift up your heart, thumbs to your heart. A little drop of the chin so the back of the neck can stretch along. Take a nice full breath, breathe in and out. Great. And then release your hands, straighten out those legs, heel toe your feet back in. Inhale, lengthen. Try to arch through your back here, and then step or hop back into your plank. Let's take another vinyasa here. So strong in the belly, lower. Inhale, up dog. Indulge if you'd like in your up dog. And then down dog, pull back. Take another full breath here. In your down dog. And then as you breathe out, let your knees drop. Take a child's pose. Rest those hips back. Soften your body forward. And just breathe. Take one more breath. Inhaling and exhaling. And then rising up, inhaling. Good, you could cross your ankles and then let yourself sit back onto your mat, and let's do a little abdominal work. So walk your feet out, grab your shin bones, lean back a little bit, lift your heart. And first just turning on those core muscles so you can squeeze your navel area like you're squeezing a grape inside your belly button. And then pull your two hip joints together towards each other. See if you can sense the tailbone and your pubic bones and give a little tightening between those 2 points. And then lift your spine into your body. If you're able to reach out with your arms, maybe float your toes, maybe lift your shin bones, maybe extend your legs. Take a breath in. At any point, you can bend your knees again. We're going to lower down. So you're going to try to scoop your tail under and reach those legs out. And then pull back up. Okay, inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Let's do one more. Exhale, lower. And then inhale, up. Good. Exhale, let your feet touch down. Cross your ankles and just let yourself sit tall for a moment. One of the phrases that I've been writing down a lot, I've been hashtagging, I've been just saying is awake, alive, and aware. And I feel like it's a little bit of a mantra for me right now. And doing yoga, whether it's like super relaxing yoga or more invigorating yoga, or any type of movement that resonates with you, I feel like if you can sense into, as you're moving your body, as you're breathing, you're in the present moment, right? You're awake, you're woke. So awake and then alive, feeling like, whew, okay, those muscles just worked, my heart's beating, I can feel tingling, you're awake, you're alive, and then you're aware of it all. And that's just been my mantra lately, because if you're watching this during the pandemic, which is when I'm filming it, there's a lot going on, a lot of changing happening on the planet right now. And I think just to be able to be awake, alive, and aware as this is all happening is pretty phenomenal. And to be aware of yourself as you move through it, and your intentions and what you're choosing to create, how you're choosing to be, what you're choosing to put out there. All right, so that's my little rant. But doing that core work, I was like, oh yeah, awake, alive, and aware. Okay, so seated here, let's take the legs out wide. So stretch your legs out nice and wide. And you could be up on the edge of a blanket if you wish. Flex your ankles a little bit. And then if you're somebody who struggles in this position, you can bend your knees a little bit. You could put even blocks or folded blankets or pillows underneath your knees to give them some support. And then you can prop up on your fingers behind you and just roll the shoulders back, lift your heart. And this is a great place to start. You could push off your fingers a little and start to feel that tipping action in your hip joints. Moving forward. Mm-hmm. And then some of you might have your chest on the floor, right? I know there's some of you folks out there. So just let yourself release as far forward as you'd like. Once you're there, let the back of your legs spread and touch down as much as you're able, and breathe. I am awake. I am alive. I am aware. I am a conscious creator. I own that power within me. And I exercise my free will by making conscious choices that serve in my highest and best interest and that of the entire planet. Let that sink into your cells. Let that sink into your bones. Again, finding a little bit of softness around the edges of your body right now so that there is a sense of receptivity, a sense of allowing, a sense of receiving, taking in. Taking in the breath, taking in positive energy. Taking in your truth. Take one more breath here. Breathe out, stay in the pose, become a little heavier, a little bit more released. And then begin to walk your hands back and rise up. All right. Scoop your knees up. Sometimes it's nice to give your legs a little support coming out of that pose. And then let's come down onto our backs. And we're going to do just a little easy twist. And then we'll take a Savasana. So you can just rock a little bit side to side. And then let's take the left leg straight out. Right knee to the chest. Rotate out your right ankle just a couple times. Point and flex the toes. Breathe in. Exhale, draw the right knee over to the left side of your body. Reach out with your right arm and gaze towards your right hand. Take one more full breath in and exhale out. Come back up through center. Switch sides. Breathe in. As you exhale, take that left leg over to the right. Stretch your left arm out, gaze towards your left hand. Wherever you're feeling tightness right now, invite space into those areas. Letting yourself be stretched out, open, allowing of energy to free flow through you. So all cylinders are running. You're lit up energetically in such a way that you can easily feel your wholeness, your truth, your creative power. Inhale, draw your knee back up through center. Sometimes when we are bound up with a lot of stress and tension, it's hard to feel who we really are. Drop both knees into your chest, rock a little side to side. See if your body would like a happy baby, right? Or any other stretch, any other movement. And then when you're ready, let yourself come into a Savasana, so stretching out on your back. Add extra support if you need it. Good. So once you've landed here in your Savasana, just scan through your body, make any adjustments. And again, if you feel yourself drifting far away out of your body, just let your hands touch your belly or your chest, letting the warmth of your hands kind of remind you to be here, to stay here in your body in this moment. Softening the backs of your shoulders into your mat. Relax your ankles and feel the heels of your feet sink a little bit more down into the floor. Softening the jaw, the front of your throat. Letting the back of the head sink. Slowly breathing in and out, feeling an internal reset. all of your organs, your endocrine glands, your nervous system, all of your body assimilating, digesting, metabolizing, working, busy at work, helping you feel good, helping you feel balanced, helping you feel vital and healthy. So if you have extra time and space to keep resting, I highly encourage you to do so. And if you've got a full schedule and you're needing to move on with the rest of your day, just begin to wiggle those fingers and toes. Circle out your wrists and ankles. Stretch your body out. Roll off to one side. Rising up. Come to sit. Remembering your intention. Remembering that you are awake, alive, and aware. And just sealing in the goodness of the practice by bringing your palms to press at the front of your chest. Take a breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.